Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to create a fully drivable car in Roblox Studio. With working front wheel steering and rear wheel drive. Let's get started. First, create a new base plate and insert a part. This will be the car chassis. Resize it into a rectangle and make sure anchored is off. Add glass and case. I've included some basic parts here, but you can also import your own custom car chassis models. Use welding tool to connect the parts to the chassis. Perfect. Now we've finished the chassis part. Next, add 4 cylinders tracked as wheels. Rotate them 90 degrees so they face sideways. Then position them at the corners of the chassis. Once one wheel finished, use Command or Control D to duplicate. Rename wheels like this. Now group all car parts together, right-click on all parts then group as model, name it car. Add color for wheels. The wheels appear dull, so I've added textures to them. This will make it noticeable when the wheel rolls later. For the front wheels, we need something called a steering wheel part. This lets us combine steering and drive rotation without breaking the wheels. For balance reasons, we also make steering parts for back wheels. Let's rename steering wheel parts like this. Adjust positions if needed. Assign color for steering wheel parts. Use welding tool to connect back steering wheel parts to chassis. Okay, now let's try to play. The car cannot moving for now. You will see back steering wheel parts stick to chassis. That's what we want to. Now we need attachments. These define the rotation axes for the hinges. Select the chassis insert attachment. For the first attachment, we will use it to control front right steer, so later it can rotate left and right. Rename it with corresponding purpose. Add another attachment to front right steer. Now select the front right steer attachment and copy at world position. And paste it to front right chassis attachments position. Now let's make front steer part able to rotate. Insert hinge constraint to front right steer. Look at it property and assign attachment 0 to front right chassis attachment, and attachment 1 to front right steer attachment. Set hinge type to server and set property like this. Target angle property will control the rotation angle of steer. If you enter something greater than 0, you will see the blue arrow rotate, which means the steer will rotate following that angle. Here we can see that the angle is not right axis, so we need to adjust attachment's rotation to make it right. The attachment rotation will affect the steer part, so we also need to play to test it. Now, it appears to be working well, and we have successfully set up the hinge constraint to rotate the object at the desired angle. Next, we will do the same attachment and hinge constraint to front left steer. Let's test again. 2 steering parts rotate the same angle. Nice. We need to set its rotate angle back to 0 later. Steer rotate angle now is 0, which is default. Perfect. Next we will make wheels rotate. Let's add attachment and hinges to back wheels first. Add attachment to chassis and rename like this. Add attachment to back right wheel and rename it like this. Now copy and paste world position of back right wheel to chassis attachment. When done, you will see they have the same position. Now add hinge constraint to back right wheel and rename it to drive. In property, set hinge type to motor and set values as below. Assign attachment 0 to chassis attachment and attachment 1 to itself attachment. Now let's test the back wheel in play mode. You might see the wheel rotation is not correct, so need to rotate 90 degrees in attachments. It took some time to rotate attachment and test the angle in play mode. If you have any better solution, let me know on the comments. Select drive constraint and change the velocity value to see the rotation. It will make more sense to adjust the attachments. It's looking good right now. If there is no obstacle, the back right wheel will rotate with desired speed. Now, select all steering parts and set the collision to false to ensure that the wheel won't be obstructed from rotating. Click play, and set velocity value to 30. You will see it rotating. Nice, we've just done the drive constraint for back right wheel. Next we will do same mechanism to back left wheel. Okay, now let's test 2 back wheels rotation. perfect. The car don't have rotation drive on front wheels yet, but we can see it's still able to moving forward. Now we will move to the challenge part, add drive constraint to front wheels and steer constraint to front steering parts. You can copy attachment from back wheel and paste it into front wheel as original. Remember to rename it and check the local position set to 0. For steering part, add another attachments, for control drive wheels. Now set their positions to front wheels attachments. Next, add hinge constraints to front wheels and set it attachments and values. Rename it to drive. Remember, set attachment 0 to steering attachment, and attachment 1 to itself attachment. You can see it connected to steering part. This is very important part, so make sure to do it carefully. Set drive constraint type to motor and set it values. Next, test, check and adjust rotation as normal. Do the same with back wheels drive. Please mind the blue rotation sign for accuracy rotation. We've just done the front right wheel drive. Now add drive for front left wheel. The blue sign rotation looking good. Let test and adjust in play mode. You can see the rotation of the wheel is not correct, so continue to adjust attachment rotation. We've done all tough parts related to wheel constraints. Now add vehicle seat for player able to drive the car. From car model, add vehicle seat like this. Position vehicle seat to the right position and play to test. Now we just can sit, but not able to control the car yet. You can test car moving forward by set all drive's velocity value to something greater than 0. If the car moving too fast, try to reduce its value. Perfect. The car now moving forward. Next we will test with steering angle. Select steer hinge constraints, and set target angle value to 30, for example. Cool, now the car turning right or left 30 degrees. But all this moving and turning are hard-coded. We need to make it controllable by player. To do that, there is no way you can escape from writing script. But don't worry, I wrote it already, and you can find the script on the description, or if anyone want a whole project file, just leave a comment, I will upload to my Patreon and share the download link. Before begin script, we have to reset all hinge constraint values to default 0. OK, to add script, select car model, and add script, remove default line code and paste this script into it. The script will get reference to our drive's constraints and steer constraints, then assign user input value from keyboard, such as W, S for moving forward, backward, A and D for moving left and right. Nothing complicated. Now go ahead and play. Awesome, I'm driving the car using keyboard. The player is sliding, so we need to welding vehicle seat to chassis. Select welding tool and weld them together. Nice, no more sliding. I also can turn left and right using keyboard. But the turning is opposite with my keyboard. To fix this issue, just reverse steer angle from positive to negative like this. Insert minus sign before the formula. If you never code before, then you are a developer now. Okay, I believe everything is complete. Let's conduct a final test. Very smooth moving. I love it. For more interesting, we can add some slow platforms to play with it. Click play and sit in the vehicle seat. Use W and S to drive, and A and D to steer. You now have a fully functional car. Thank you for watching and see you next time.